Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Paul E. Dangerously here, and here today on Impact or Hit. You know, we're going to have a good show here today. Well, Jonathan Coachman says Impact or Hit is just one of those wrestling shows that no one knows anything about because very few folks have access TV. So very few folks get to see TNAW's Impact or TNAW's Hit. Jonathan Coachman says, "Are you going to talk about the Tuskler in the room? That Aiden English is still missing in work and we still don't know where he's at." Paulie Dangerously says, and how I am up taking over his stead until we can seek where he went. But anyway, yeah, we're going to have a good show here today. Don't worry. We were going to hopefully have that match we would have had yesterday on Dynamite or Might, but we didn't, Paulie Dangerously says. And here goes Tai Chi, Walt Disney self. Paulie Dangerously says, "You got that right," Joey Styles says. Tai Chi is a Walt Disney business self. Sent the Walt Disney business bought Marvel Glee as an offshoot, so Tai Chi is a Walt Disney self. And his film can only be seen on either Hulu or Disney More, and that's mostly it. Joey Styles says. Well, John Coachman said, unless you live in Malaysia's land or Singaporeish land or Indonesia's land, and you might see the W folk work through Disney More, but that's another saga for another day, Jonathan Coachman says. Alright, so it comes to me that few folks don't even know where folks are at. Tai Chi says, yesterday I didn't mind fighting Seth Rollins or fighting John Cena. But at the end of the day, it's like, where does everyone go? Why do folks go missing? Where is Aiden English at? We haven't seen him. Do dolls just go sink? Do dolls just go away or something? Shit. Because at the end of the day, I don't really know. What happened to that doll? Am I going to be next to go missing? Or am I just overthinking this whole thing? But anyway, shit. But anyway, up there, Otis Drosnick, come on. But anyway, Tai Chi says, need be I'm just overthinking this whole thing. And so far, no one has seemed to have the answer, to where, no one seems to have the answer, to, well, here's the Fight Lord. No one seems to have the answer. Here's the other Fight Lord. No one else seems to have the answer to, where some folks, get off, go missing to. No one knows where, no one knows where Aiden English went to. Cody Rhodes is now missing, buried underneath so many wrestlers, and no one ever has the time to look or something. What do we got here? You want to know something E-Box says? Oh, yeah, E-Box, Vendrix, whatever, same evilware, same bullshit behavior. You think I'm frightened of you? You're going to come out here and tell me, that I'm a loser, or, I got to fight Seth Rollins and John Cena and that should be enough. Yeah, I don't know where Aiden English went off to. I don't know where Cody Rhodes got himself off to, but that seems to be the curse here in the toy wrestling gathering, Tai Chi. But I know I can beat you like that. Oh, is that right, huh? Like I'm some kind of reckoner and someone forgot to keep Windows and Edge and Fighter up to date. Or someone forgot to keep Mac OS or Safari up to date, right? Or someone forgot to keep Chrome and Chrome OS up to date. Or someone forgot to keep Linux and Linux, to keep whatever Linux or Linux OS up to date. Or forgot to keep, Chrome or, or, Android up to date. Forgot to keep Safari or Apple iOS up to date. Or Firefox OS up to date. Give me a break here, Vendrix. Or Ebox, or whatever you want to call yourself. You're the same bullshit evilware. You were beaten the first time in 2009 YL. You were beaten again in 2020 YL. Unless you want me to beat you again. Yeah, because I don't think you keep up to date with all your updates. I know Tai Chi does keeps Edge and Windows and Fighter up to date. You're the one, sadly, Vendrix, that needs to keep yourself up to date. But Evilware never really does keep itself up to date. So the way I look at it is that Evox, Vendrix, whatever the fuck you want to what the bloody hell you want to call yourself, I don't care. Here today, we're going to see Tai Chi fight Vendrix, Evox on Impact or Smash. And still, Aiden English is still missing in work. We still don't know where in the bedroom he's at. We don't know if we'll ever seek him. But that's not the grounds today. This is a match. Tai Chi fights Evox here today on Impact or Hit. Oh, I know he clipped her. You don't. Yeah. And we're doing that match now. Well, we heard from Astronema Corone, whatever you want to call her, the Stephanie McMahon of the Mic Keepers world. Hey, you keep up to date, Ecliptor? Yeah, I keep up to date. Ecliptor OS is up to date. My sandbox and firewall's up to date. And I already got Ecliptor 23H2, so I got 28 more months of updates, tools and settings, and I'm not for you at all. Yeah, let's just see how up to date you are with those Bug Hill updates, Stronghold updates, and don't fuck with me, E-Box or Vendrix. Tai Chi, it's all yours. Hey, Paulie Dangerously says, how is it right for Ecliptor, or whatever you want to call him, the Hunter Hearst Helmsley of the Mic Keepers world, get a cheap shot on Evox or Vendrix, or whatever you want to call him? Well, he dared him to a fight, Joey Styles says, and at the end of the day, Ecliptor was up to date. Oh, and Tai Chi right now, hitting with that staff or stick or whatever it is, has the upper hand on Evox or Vendrix, a follower of the 4-1 Bonds of Evil. Joey Styles says, well, Ebox, Vendrix, whatever you want to call this badware, evilware, Jonathan Coachman says, he's getting his rear beat here today on Impact or Hit, and we still don't know where Aiden English is at. Oh, if Aiden English was here, Paulie Dangerously says, he'd be saying it was alright for Tai Chi with that staff or stick or whatever he has to be striking on Evox or Vendrix, or whatever he is. But I'm not. I'll tell you what it is. I think it's unfair, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Paulie dangerously says. I think it's unfair. That's right. Paulie dangerously. So let me get this straight. Joey Styles said cheap shot from Vendrix or Evox. You know, if it was AWA, it's unfair. If it's an MACW, WCW, it's unfair. If it's an ECW, oh, it's fair. But if it's in WWF or WWE, it's unfair. You do got a double standard, Joey Styles says, when it comes to what is or is not fair. Evox or Vendrix, whatever you want to call this badware, Joey Styles says, coming in down. Oh, and right now we can tell that Evox or Vendrix is going to get beat by Tai Chi doing the Sandman's old finishing, the old hole that the Sandman did when he was in USWA and ECW and WCW and ECW and then TNAW and then, you know, WWE and wherever he's at now, Jonathan Coachman said. That's right, it was the Sandman's old hold back in the day, Joey Styles says. Yeah, and Evox is now not on looking the Sandman's ownership and double right to that hold. Paulie dangerously says. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner. Here is your winner, Tai Chi. And Tai Chi has beat Evox or Vendrix, whatever you want to call him, here today on Impact or Hit, Joey Styles says. That's right, Jonathan Coachman says Evox or Vendrix, whatever you want to call him. You know, at the end of the day, he got beat. By Ty Dillon, got beat by, Tai Chi here today on Impact or Hit, Joey Styles says. Yes, he did, Jonathan Coachman said. Evox or Vendrix, whatever you want to call him. It seems that when it comes to fighting Tai Chi, he was the one who wasn't ready, to fight him. Jonathan Coachman says. I tell you right now, Joseph and Jonathan, we all three got Hebrew borrowed names, but were the only things that we got the same is. Anyway, at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you right now that what Tai Chi did to Evox or Vendrix, whatever you want to call them, was wrong. It was sinful, it was unlawful, it was wrong, it was unfair, whatever word you want to say that means whatever you want to say. Paulie dangerously goes. Alright, take it away now to Michael Cole. Oh yeah, well, thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Vendrix or Evox here today on Impact or Hit. First off, Vendrix, Evox. Is that even your true name? Shit. Are you using the same evilware? First off, my name is Evox. The only grounds for why I called myself Vendrix is because I took on the Vendrix evilware. And the Vendrix evilware took over the Evox evilware. So at the end of the day, Vendrix and Evox are two unlike evilware. That's right. Also, let me tell you something. I will be the evilware, the badware, that will take over everything. No sandbox or firewall. No updates for either a web seeker, a running layout, or an evilware stronghold tool will stop me. See, Tai Chi, he got lucky. Tai Chi, a Disney self, beating me, a Hasbro self. And I will get even on that loss. Well, you should also know that you're not only a Hasbro self, but you were a Disney self, then a Siobhan self, and then a Hasbro self. Oh yeah, Michael Cole. Just like we could say you were a WWF WWE self. Anyway, I will get my hands on Tai Chi, and I will teach him that he will onlook me, and that keeping Edge up to date and Windows up to date and Fighter up to date with all the Stronghold updates and all Bug Hill updates will not stop me. Well, that was my talk with Vendrix or Evox, whatever he wants to call himself. My head's crooked. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Thank you, Michael Cole, for talking with Evox or Vendrix here today on Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got here. I, Joey Styles, Jonathan Coachman, and Paulie Dangerously, we hope you like Impact or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.